Hey guys, what's up? It's Daniel with TrailOfMountain.com. Today I'm testing and reviewing Nunchuck grips. These are trekking hiking poles made by a company called Nunchuck Grips. Yeah! Alright, so I just got these in the mail, and this is them right here, Nunchuck Grips. These are adjustable trekking poles, and what's really cool about them, they have hollow handles. So in this particular model, you can either get a stash tube, you can get pepper spray, or a knife. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So I'm going to get them out of the packaging, I'm going to show you why they're cool, and then I'll open up the handles. Alright, so here you go. These are the Nunchuck Grips. Now, they do have a nice little foam grip right here on the bottom side. Up here they have a nice little finger hold, so make it nice and comfortable here or at your pinky, either which way you want to go. So the top of the handle here is hard plastic, and it is smooth, and it does have these little ridges right here, so that's to help with sweat. It does have a nice little finger hold here, so that makes it nice and sturdy on the hand this way, or if you're going to use it on your pinky. The only thing I would love to see here is more padding or more of a cork grip instead of the hard plastic, because it's just not very comfortable on the hand. It does have these really cool straps, so you can use, just like you normally would with a strap. They are completely adjustable. What makes these poles really unique, not that they're adjustable here, but they're totally, with all your measurements right there. Basically just tighten down the knob, you loosen this, you tighten this down, tighten that down, and this thing's not going anywhere. They do have these rubber tips, so if you're using these on the street, if you're just out there just hiking around town trying to get some miles in on the pavement, or I see a lot of elderly people using trekking poles because they're really secure and they're really stable. They do come with summer baskets that screws in place, just like that. So that's done. And then I'm going to screw on the other one just so you can kind of see. Alright, so once you screw the baskets on, now you have your summer baskets in place. Now what makes these things unique is on the top side here, you have these little tabs, and that just pulls right out. Inside here is a little instructions guide, tells you how to do it. This particular stash is the knife. And if you see that, try to get out of the shadow, it's made by Gerber, so nice little liner lock knife. It is a Gerber blade, so that's really cool. And I imagine it's going to be pretty sharp, so let's just see. Yeah, pretty sharp. I've definitely seen sharper blades, but you know what? Not too bad. So this has just a little liner lock, and it folds nice and flat, goes right back in there. That's pretty cool. And there's your hollow tube. This guy just kind of goes right back in there. You squeeze the little tabs here on the end, and it lines it back in place. That's the downside, is that it rattles. I wish it didn't rattle. Let's see if I'm just not putting it in right. That's the right way. It just rattles. So not a big deal though, if you're thumbing it or anything like that, or if you're palming. This wouldn't be the best pole for palming just because it's flat. It's not curved like your palm would be. So if you're going downhill and you like to palm your hiking poles like I do, it's not the best pole for it. I would probably put like cut out like a tennis ball and kind of put it on the end here. That might help out. They are pretty comfortable, even though they are hard plastic. The handles are pretty comfortable, and they're really long. So worst case scenario, you could always grip them down here by the foam. And they are totally adjustable. They are aluminum. The bottom section is not numbered at all. Only the top section. The bottom section has no numbers whatsoever. But on the flip side, it does have a little indicator to tell you when to stop, which is cool. So, do you really need measurement? Not really. Usually you just kind of put them together and you kind of like, okay, I want it to be like a 90 degree. I want my arm to sit at 90 degrees. I'll get a little further back so you can see me. The proper way to have your trekking pole set up is that when your arm is like this needs to be parallel with the ground. So That's usually where I would keep it, so I don't necessarily need measuring lines. It was always good to have just for, quick and easy, but once you lock these in place, these bad boys aren't going nowhere. They're solid. So pretty cool. So that's the one. I'm going to use the other one now. So here's the stash tube. Let's see if I can get over here maybe. So here's the stash tube, and that's the end cap. So basically what you do is you grab the end cap and the stash tube and you kind of just twist it, and that little tube pops out. Now you have this nice little hollow tube that you could put all kinds of stuff in. You could do first aid in here. You could fill it full of ibuprofen if your knee's bothering you and you got to take some painkillers along the trail. Little stuff, band-aids, maybe some rolled up wipes, or I think a chapstick will probably fit right in here, that kind of thing. So then you just kind of line it up. There's little tabs right here. Just kind of line it up together, and then it just kind of snaps right back in place. And then when you're done, you just get this little guy, pop it right back in. And this one kind of has a little bit of a rattle to it too, but it's not that big a deal. So what's cool about these is that they are designed, assembled, tested, and inspected right here in Southern California, which is pretty cool. I mean, they're a local company, and I always like to support local. So check these guys out. These guys are, they're just a brand new company coming out on the market, and, I think they definitely deserve a look at. I like the innovative handle. I like that you could put stuff in there. I wish more companies would start doing this. Might be something that you might see a lot more. So Nunchuck Grips also makes grips for bicycles. And here they are right here. These are the bicycle grips. On the side here, you can choose what options you want. Do you want no option? Do you want the Nunchuck stash tube? Do you want the Nunchuck pepper spray? Or do you want the Nunchuck knife? So there's options. What's really cool about these is that these are actually lock-on grips. These little Allen key, and we'll put them on my bike a little bit later. But I'm getting out of the packaging. I'll show you what they look like. First off, it gives you an Allen wrench and a couple of extra screws, so that's cool. Let's put that back in there so I don't lose it. And here's your grip right here. Similar to like an Owry kind of a grip. Now that's the side that would go onto the handlebar this way, and then you have your screw holes. That'll screw it down. Same kind of principle. You pinch the side here. You can take this off. There you go. There's pepper spray. So that's kind of cool. It's right there. Kind of just twist that, line it in place, and then you got a cool little grip, but also you have stuff in there. So for those people that like to keep pepper spray on them, or if you want to keep a knife on you, when you're out on your bike, this is a great way to do it. So I'm going to get the other one out, which is this one right here, and this one has this is the spacer ring, or this is the ring where it connects onto your handlebars. But same kind of principle. You kind of just twist this, and that just pops out, and there's your stash tube. So you could put all kinds of stuff in there. As I said, a little first aid kit would be great, chapstick or something like that. And then this kind of just snaps in place, and then there's your grip. So I'll get these on my bike in a minute and kind of show you what they're all about too. But as for just holding on to them as a handle-wise, they're really sticky rubber, and I think they'll do just fine on most handlebars. Okay guys, so on the Nunchuck grips, you basically just squeeze and you pull out. Here's your stash tube. That out. On the other side is the knife. So you have your knife. I'll just swap these out. So I'll put this one over here. It stays in there. Tubes stay on the other end. These do rattle a little bit. So that's one thing I don't like about them, is they do make a little bit of noise. And if I was on a really bumpy trail, this would probably bug the living hell out of me. But for the most part, I love having that. I could always put a piece of tape around it. It's not going to rattle at all. But it's not that big a deal. So that's it. You just basically squeeze those off. Comes right out. Easy peasy. Alright guys, so that's my review of the Nunchuck grips, trekking poles, and the bike grips. Check these guys out. These, as I said, they're a brand new company. They're based out of Southern California, and they're bringing some innovative product to market. I think here, they think they're really onto something. Just a little bit of constructive criticism on the hand grips. I just like to see them a little bit softer, maybe not so like a hard plastic, but more of like a cork or a foam. Like if they put this foam up here instead of down here, or made this whole thing foam, that would be great. But for the most part, I think they're pretty cool. I like them. They're not uncomfortable. They're just hard plastic. So take that with a grain of salt. If you guys have any questions or comments about the Nunchuck grip trekking poles, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about them. Leave all those comments down in my description box down below, and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. If you like them, you want to get some of these for yourself, the holidays are coming, make a cool gift, click on that link down in my description box below and make your purchase. When you do, it helps support my YouTube channel and my website. So I really appreciate all the help, love, and support you guys have shown me over the past couple years. So on a side note, we're also doing a charity thru hike of the John Muir Trail 2017 next year. And we're raising money for a great charity called Big City Mountaineers. Here's a link to the site right here where you can make a tax-deductible donation. For those of you who don't know what Big City Mountaineers does, basically what they do is they take inner city youth kids. You know, most of these kids are troubled. Some of them don't have mom and dad around. They're just making poor life choices, hanging out with the wrong crowd, and they need a positive role model in their life. They don't have a mentor or anything like that to kind of steer them down the right path. So what Big City does is they take these kids completely outside their element, takes them out into the backcountry for a week at a time, and they put them in a positive environment, give them a positive role model and a mentor to help guide them. And they put them in team, they teach them teamwork and, all these great things that, these kids normally would never get a wilderness experience like this. So it's really, really great cause. They do a lot of good in this world, and Big City really cares about these kids. So as I said, click on that little picture right up here. When you do that, you go right to the website where you can make your tax-deductible donation. All donations go right to Big City Mountaineers 100%. We don't keep a dime of it. The minimum donation is $10. I mean, everybody has $10, so if that's your Christmas gift to the world, so be it. We already have a few donations that came in, but I did set a goal of $10,000, so we're far off from that goal, but we're well on our way. Please help contribute to this great cause. So thanks again, guys, for tuning into my latest video. I really appreciate it. So if you liked my review and found it informative, give it a thumbs up for me right down here. Just click on that thumbs up button and subscribe. Here's the subscribe button right here. When you click on that, you're going to stay up to date on all the latest and greatest gear reviews that I'm working on. The best way to stay connected to all the gear that I'm reviewing on Trail and Mountain is to head on over to my website. Here's the website right here, trailandmountain.com. When you go there, on the lower right-hand corner of the screen, there's going to be a little pop-up that shows up where you can put in your email address, then click submit. So when you do that, you're going to have full access to my website, and there's also some exclusive content that's on my website that's not on my YouTube channel. So it's definitely the best place to stay connected to all the latest and greatest gear reviews that I'm working on here at trailandmountain.com. Thanks again for tuning in. Please keep checking back for more gear reviews, outdoor-related hodgepodge, gear talk, and giveaways. Thanks again, guys. Get outdoors.